Wonderful. All right, you're now being recorded. As always, what you say will be on the internet, so be careful. Quick agenda, same as always, going through bell ringing all the way through into announcements and then happy bucks of program. Okay, you all stand up, we'll do the pledge. I'll get it started. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation.
You guys are online, you can mute yourself, it would always be helpful, appreciate it. Four-way test of things we think, say, and do. First, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will be beneficial to all concerned? And will it be fun? All right, be seated. All right, guests today, we do have Howard. So in room, Howard is someone I met skiing, and he decided to join us last week virtually and this week in person. So he's getting the full gamut of it. Howard, do you want to say anything about yourself real quick?
I don't know what to say. Thank you for having me.
Howard lives here in town, and then moved here from New York. So, oh, great. Yeah. Any online guests today? Not that I can see yet. If so, unmute and yell. All right. There, if you could put me back to the slide deck on the computer real quick.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We have a minute today. John's going to share with us some information about a project he's been working on. So need all of your attention on this.
How many people are?
Lots.
Lots of people.
Lots of people.
Hi, people.
If you want to look at them, they're right here. You can see the screen, they're right there.
Okay. Yeah, my Rotary Minute is basically about a project that I've been working on for about the last year. It's a community service project that would be celebratory to our 25th anniversary. And to give you a little background, a couple of Rotarians that I've been talking with thought that we should do a big, memorable community service project celebrating our 25 years and by giving a gift to our community, Boulder County. And we've done things before. We were part of the Centennial program where we donated a room, a chapel at the hospital. And that was a significant amount of money that we did with that. And I think that this one here is interesting to me. We looked at several different things, and we've been talking with our small committee has been talking with the Boulder Parks and Open Space. And we wanted to get a project that is big and excuse me.
Go ahead.
Okay.
The speakers are writing.
Speakers are writing. So anyway, we wanted to get a big program that a little club like ours could support. And so how do we do that? We were talking with the Boulder County Parks to see what they had going on, that we could get involved with one of their projects. And they have one currently that if people are familiar with it, Stearns Lake Trailhead in downtown Louisville, they're putting in a trail, proposed trail, that's 2.5 miles long. And we approached them and to see if there's any way we can get involved with that project. It's a $2,400,000 project, and it's significant. And they were invited to give a program to our Rotary Club with pictures and drawings, and they've been on delay. So this is just an update to keep interest going on it. Where we may become involved would be volunteer activities and a financial contribution. And with a large, they asked us being a committee of about 5 people that went to Stearns Lake and looked around They asked us, you know, how much we could contribute. And we just sort of came up with $25,000, which seems huge, but I think that's doable. And it's small in relation to what they're doing out there. And we're thinking that maybe we can sponsor and have naming rights for a shelter, playground, or, you know, they're developing. So we can't, this is not something that is being endorsed by the club because we don't have enough really to promote it to the board yet, but we're really close. And recently we've been in touch with them and they definitely want our support, but we need to wait until we get some more information to do a formal presentation. So my idea here is to just keep the interest going. And what else here? I didn't want to miss anything. You know, my thought is if there's a picnic area or a shelter that could be named with us or some plaque or something like that, people will see the service of self that we do, especially, you know, in Louisville now and all that, where they're rebuilding and we're building. I think that's a project that we want to keep in mind. I think we could use a couple of people to be on our committee and then determine, you know, how our participation would be and what we would get in return. And if we're doing this for a 25th anniversary gift, we need to sort of get on it now. The project may not be done by the time we have our 25th anniversary, but I think we could have it in progress.
honor of our.
So that's it. I don't know if there's any questions, and I think I could.
Can we qualify for any grants above that?
I don't know, and that's certainly something we should be looking at. You know, when we submit this to the board.
If I know we have a small club.
Hey, John.
Yes.
John, this is Ann. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ann.
Okay. So would you tell us who's on the committee? I'm on your committee. You need some other people to get.
Well, yeah, and we have Tere here. We did have Jim and Lou that were very enthusiastic about the project, but we would like to at least have replaced them, have another two people to take it to the next step forward. So anyway, that's really all I have to say, and I think my Rotary minutes. Keep it in mind if somebody has an interest in working on the committee. Fundraising is going to be a big part of it as well. So keep the project in mind, and hopefully we'll have a program here that will be sponsored by Open Space with their plans and maybe a little more focus on our opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Question?
Okay.
Oh, there you go. One more.
Okay,
Awesome.
thanks, Bob.
Yeah. And John, thank you again for telling us more about it and putting the effort in. Because I know that right now the only other project that's been brought up, and it's not to say that we can't have more ideas, was a scholarship. And so we've got someone, you know, looking into that, but you're definitely putting a lot of labor. So thank you. That's very helpful. With that said, I think we're on to our next part of the meeting here, which is our announcements. So real quick, reminder about February 3rd, and give you some quick details. We do have a meeting next week. There will be voting next week on the ballot for the club, which I'll talk about in the next slide. But we also do not have a meeting on the 2nd, on Wednesday the 2nd, because we're having the Thursday the 3rd, we'll have our charter night event, which is our annual event. It'll be our 24th charter night. And that's when we give out the Spark Plug Award. From there, it'll be at the Boulder Country Club, food's included, and we'll have a cash bar. So if you want to RSVP, it's to Maribel, so MHSKI@AOL.com. Real quick, just an update on another effort within the club, but for the Marshall Fire, Scott has offered up private space in his house for anyone that needs temporary housing. If you know of anyone that may still be in a hotel or a motel and is looking for a place, Scott said please reach out to him directly, and if you need his information or you don't have your directory, let me know and I'll forward that to you. All right, so this is the in-meeting announcement of the ballot real quick. So this is the ballot as presented for next week, but our executive board for next year proposed is Leslie as president, Tere as president-elect, I'll be past president, the secretary will be Joanne, treasurer will be Dave Turner, big thank you to Dave, and then board of directors the second years will be Ann, Joe, Angie, and Kim. And then proposed first years would be Suzanne Ginger, Amy Long, and John Stringfellow, with Amy penciled in right now as president-elect nominee. So she would be the president-elect following this ballot. So that's the announcement for you all to look at. Please let me know if you have any questions privately, and be happy to answer any that you might have. As far as the foundation's ballot, that will be forthcoming. So we're getting that finalized right next week. Is that when we're working that out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. That's my understanding. So I'm glad to hear it. So then we'll work on that right afterward. All right. You can tap me back into the meeting, Tere, on the computer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I forgot when I touched.
All right, so Happy Bucks, for those who are unfamiliar, Happy Bucks is the time in which we put some money in a cup and say something positive or something good that's been happening to us for the good of the club. We'll get started over here with John.
I got one for John Stringfellow. Last week we inducted him
Hey!
I latched on quickly.
That's how it goes.
President,
You're lucky, John. I was president-elect before I even was a member. So.
I latched on to him.
Just say thanks for having me.
I got a happy buck. Last Saturday, our Rocket Club had its annual meeting, and my unanimous decision, because nobody else wants to do it, I'm still in charge.
How many years now?
I'm going on 20.
Welcome to Howard. So good to meet you in person. And I'm glad everybody made it here safely, and I hope you continue to do that as you drive today.
This is a happy dollar because I went back and saw my brother who's not doing so well. It's a sad visit.
I'm gonna do a happy thing to take.
Leslie, why do you need all those ones?
Because I need ones for Happy Bucks. I can't get 5 every week. So Happy Buck, thanks Howard for coming, and Jay for setting up early and having us all ready for our hybrid meeting. That's exciting.
Absolutely. And I'll do some happy money here for getting here early when missing all the ice, no one in the express lane, Howard being here, John here as the first member without an induction, so that's an exciting day too. And another one again for Dave for promising to take on treasurer moving forward, because that's a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
Do we have any happy bucks online?
I do.
Joe.
Okay.
Joanne? You can unmute.
Mute. Okay. Yeah. Happy bucks. Suzanne Ginger, our next newest member, had some surgery yesterday, 2 days ago, and it was very successful, and she'll be fine. So she's in Florida. She's in Florida.
Anyone else online?
Me, Kim. Yes,
Kim?
I do. Yes, Marianne Eckert fell and has broken her hip. So I have sent a card from Rotary from all of us, but I'm sure she'd love to hear from any of you. That's just not what she needed. So that just happened this week. Wanted to let you know that. And I'll pay up next week.
And then Beth, I saw a thumbs up and a note. Do you have any happy bucks for us today, or is that just a comment?
Where is Marianne?
I'm just happy. Oh, she's
I'm
going
just
to-
happy.
Okay.
That's just happy. Love it. Perfect.
Okay. No,
She
I was
wrote-
just happy that somebody took on treasurer. Thank you, Dave.
Anyone else? All right. Well, with that, if you do jump in real quick before we go. No, wasn't that? All right. Sorry, you lost your chance. All right. Well, that said, we have our program today, and I know we were moving a little quick, but I think that there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone's here. So I get to do an introduction. So Tere Garcia, originally from Mexico City. Tere's been involved in education for more than 35 years. And the last 28 years working at BVSD as a bilingual teacher and administrator. Here's the executive director of Engaged Latino Parents Advancing Student Outcomes, or ELPASO. Tere considers ELPASO movement as one of the best answers to address achievement and opportunity gaps between Latino students and their Anglo counterpart here in Boulder County. Tere's an incredible family, including 2 daughters, Lorena and Laura, who also work in administration of 2 highly successful organizations, and her husband, Richard L. Garcia, who is an educator and an activist for more than 40 years. Her favorite hobbies include singing, dancing, reading, and traveling. So I'm hoping we're going to get 3 or 4 of those up here. With that, it'd be great to have you up here, Tere, and then we'll have to have you log in your computer real quick. Microphone, if you just clip it on yourself, it'll be good to go, and a little bit better audio quality for those online.
Okay, right.
This one on your scarf could be.
Okay.
And then that one, you might just hold it.
I just,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, while Tere's getting that all set up, got to learn a little bit about ELPASO yesterday, and it sounds like a really incredible organization. Just to have educators here talking to us about the work that we're doing here in the community. Very excited.
Jake, look at Jake, so you look at a picture of you and Tere standing next to. I'm taking a picture of you guys.
Get on the internet.
That's what I need. And
Go ahead and get you down
So,
here.
Anne, we can't understand you because it's echoing.
Oh.
And then the password again. It's
Adopt a pet. Adopt a pet, all lowercase. Yep.
That makes sense.
goes. And then... Absolutely. So after our disaster last week with Ray and all the audio, I get to repeat that for the big club in Denver tomorrow. That's when they want to try the system out.
What have they been doing?
It's unclear to me.
Okay.
I don't know that they had a solution. I think that they just had a computer and just been using the computer to use like the webcam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it shows up over here. You should be able to switch between you, and we'll take care of the clicking.
Oh, okay.
And then you want me to click?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, can you all hear me? Hello? Yeah? Okay.
If you'd like to take your mask off, that'd be fine.
Okay, so, well, good morning. Very, 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 very glad and honored to be here, really. Especially because I'm going to talk about something so important as ELPASO. It doesn't have anything to do with ELPASO, Texas, or ELPASO, Carolina.
It's not changing up there. How do you get this up there?
Oh, so that's a different box.
So anyway, it's going to take a while for this to, oh, that's right. So anyway, in reality, ELPASO organization began under the umbrella of Color Community Foundation. In 2013, I know you know the Community Foundation always has every 2 years their magazine, Threads, I think it's called. Anyway, on 2013, they came out with something that we Latino immigrants knew already. that our little kiddos, the Latino students, not all of them, but many of them, were behind or are behind education. So this time, when the Community Foundation actually came out with statistics, numbers, something that some people, it's amazing how some of us understand more when we hear words, or colors, or shapes, or forms, or stories, and other people understand numbers, you know, graphs, details, and this is high, this is low, this is purple, this is blue. It's amazing. So in 2013, it came out the numbers, the big, very sad numbers of how the Anglo kiddos, logically, they are way up here, and our Latino students are struggling down here, and people who were saying, people who, members of Community Foundation were having meetings and saying, well, it's logical, we have the university, there's a lot of PhD people, and Richard Garcia, my husband, actually, who's also a member of the board of the Valley School District, he said, no, something else is going on, and we need to tackle. So Josie Heath, some of you probably know Josie Heath, and Chris Barsh, Jay McCallan, and Richard got together several times trying to figure out what is it. And what they figured out was that, okay, what is really happening is that many of our students come in already behind. They going to preschool already behind, going to kindergarten already behind. So why? Well, number one is because the parents, when they come here, when we come here, we assume, and I'm adding myself because I also came here, I didn't come with kids or anything. It would have been a lot harder. But when you come here and you assume that the educational system in your country is just the same as here, and it's not. I mean, it's almost literally opposite. Not that one is better than the other, or one is bad and one is good. No, it's just literally different. And that differences really makes a big disadvantage for our parents. So what does that mean? Well, let's tell them about it. Let's tell them about the difference. Let's tell them that, guess what? When you hear the word parent-teacher conference, the word conference, when you translate it in Spanish, it means a huge event with lots of presentation, and the parents were like, what? Why do I want to go to conference? I'm working. I don't have time for that. It didn't click that it's actually a conversation between the teacher and the mom and the little baby. No, that didn't even click. So we decided that, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we Latinos that come from any other country don't know. Don't know because, not because we're crazy or no, it's simply because we come from another system. Do we have meetings in Mexico? Yeah, but they're called meetings. And we have, meetings with the parents of the other parents and the teachers and the principals. Yeah, but the words are really amazing for all of us, and it means something so different. So what happened? That ELPASO was born precisely with the idea that we were going to engage the Latino parents so they could help us advance, help us who educators, is our students' outcomes, the students' outcomes. And how we are going to do it? Well, the way we do it is by training, by informing the parents. And when this incredible idea came out, thank you for sending us little things about me. When I was a teacher, I was a bilingual teacher. When you're a bilingual teacher, you are a bilingual teacher. You're working like crazy, trying to make sure that you teach your kiddos. But the school says, oh, hey, don't forget to teach the parents also. And you're like, okay, and the parents and the kids, and then, and go and tell over there, all those people over there that are criticizing the schools, what to do. Oh, okay, so there we go and teach you all that. So you're being pulled in 20 million directions. And it wasn't until I was graduated, retired, that I realized that I never had time to do anything right. I mean, literally, it's sad, but it's true. I love the kiddos. I love education. It's really fun. I know you know that when your grandchild or somebody goes, oh, wow, really? I mean, it makes you really happy. Well, I love that every time at the school. But I couldn't teach the parents and I couldn't teach the kiddos. And what I would do is I would tell the parents, come to these meetings. Okay, 3 parents will appear. Why? Because I will ask the meeting according to my schedule. And what would I tell the parents? Something that I wanted them to know about what I wanted them to know. I never had time or even thought of asking them, what do you want to know about education? No clue. So there I am 35 years later, who knows how many mistakes I made. But then these amazing people come up with this idea and they ask me if I want to be the executive director and you want to retire and travel. Well, forget it. These came out and it happens to all of us, no? All of a sudden they're pulling you here and there. So I started being the executive director and that's when I realized, oh my God, that's what we need. The teacher can't do it all. Surprise, surprise. But no, we can't. The teacher should just be teaching the kiddos 100% mind and body. And then somebody else, this or another organization, should be talking to parents, the immigrant parents from any other place. Just explain the system of the United States, the educational system of the United States, starting with the vocabulary. Like, for example, special ed. When I heard special ed, I thought, ooh, when I have kids, I want my kids to be in special ed. Special. I want my kids to be in that place of a special education. Way when I started going to see you and I learned and I realized that, oh, wow, this is totally different ballgame. Well, that same thing happened. Hold on, let me get a Kleenex and I continue. I have my shots, I have my booster, I have everything. This is just
the weather.
It's the weather. So, to make a long story longer, no. To make a long story short, in 2014, we started with the ELPASO, and we started inviting parents. But what we did different this time was asking them, at what time can you come? When can you come? What days can you come? And then we started noticing that when they say, oh, Friday at 5 o'clock or Friday at 7 o'clock, we will get more people than ever. I never, ever got so many people in a meeting at the school during 35 years. Isn't that crazy? But this time, because we asked when, and it's Friday, and Friday I want to go with my friends, but that's when they can. Let's do it on Friday evening. Why? Because like all of us, they work. So we started with our classes, asking them when could they come. And we call it El Paso Éxito. Éxito means success in Spanish. And we call it El Paso Éxito. Why? Because the whole purpose of having those meetings is to give you the information so you can help your kiddos so they can be successful at school. What do we tell them? We tell them about something that your mom and dad did without even thinking, or my mom did without even thinking. Reading books, singing songs, showing me the different shapes of the leaves outside, telling me about, oh, did you hear that? I think that is an owl. No, that's a dog. What is it? making my 5 senses be aware of my surroundings. That's what parents do. Some do, some don't have the time, no clue, because I'm running around working 2, 3 jobs. Why do we come here and work 2, 3 jobs? Because over there, there's none. There's no one single pair of jobs, or there is a horrible narco for you that don't know what narco is, but the group of people that are doing drugs and kills. So everybody moves to a place where they can work. But everybody would love to be over there at their home. Not because they don't like it here, because they're home over there. So when we started talking to parents, that's what we started teaching them, the fun of mathematics. Mathematics is everywhere. Okay, how many of us are here? Do we have enough chairs? Let's count the chairs. I mean, you know that math that we teach when the kiddos are young. And the parents started responding. They liked it. So my message to people that wanted to hear, like you, thank you, is not that they don't care, like we hear, people, they need Spanish, don't care about education. No clue. No clue that, do we have to go to that conference thing? Yeah. And the conference means that we're just going to talk about your kids. Sorry, because you're right here. Is that okay? You don't when I go to the next.
Thanks for sitting there.
So the parents started to responding. They liked it. We talk about why. The why of teaching, of playing math. Not just play math. Sing songs in mathematics. Now that I talk about the songs in the United States, they happened to me. When I came here, I love the little kiddo songs. They're so cute. I love it. And I totally forgot the songs in Mexico, in South America, Latin America. We have a bunch of songs, and they're cute too. But you forget because the songs here are so whatever. And then I started telling the parents, hey, remember the songs about the elephants, and remember the songs about the donkeys. And the parents are like, oh, that's right, yeah. And I thought, what happened to me is happened to them. You forget, because English is I mean, we're here in the United States, the English, the songs, the kiddos, the colors, the shapes, everything. But if you don't know English, you can't teach them. It's hard to teach those songs because you only hear so we are not telling them, go learn English. That comes after they realize, oh my God, look at all the things that I'm missing. And then they want to go and learn English. So we started teaching them about why to read, not just because of the fact that it's a lot of fun, sit down and read a book, but because all your, your sense of attention develops, your vocabulary, goes in amazing amounts of learning. You learn so many words every time you read a book. So we started telling them why it's important to read. Why it's important to allow the child to scribble and do whatever they want, because drawing is the basis of writing, and writing is the most amazing thing you can do. It's the highest level of sophisticated thinking. Once the parents realize all that, then they go into and they started working, and they come back and they say, oh my God, you are right. I didn't believe you. I didn't think it's true, but yes, it's true. I'm gonna put more attention to in my family, they never did it or whatever. So we do, in Éxito, we do 13 classes, starting in September, we finish in May, almost like a school time. They come every twice a month. Well, in those days, remember when we used to get together and all that? So that was in those days, before pandemic. We have childcare, which is also high quality childcare, where the kiddos keep learning in a fun way. And also we have food, and that's it. We don't pay them. We don't pay them to come. And many people say, oh, why don't you pay them? They're taking time. Because the way I see it is, I'm paying you by giving you all the knowledge that you need in order for your child to make it in this world, to become that successful person that you dream. That's why you came here. Well, guess what? This is one way of doing it. And they responded to the challenge. Why is it challenge? Because it's really asking them to change their habits. Now read to your kids, even if you're tired, like all of us remember when with our eyes were closing, like, I don't want to sleep, when you're reading. I'm asking them to do that too. And asking them to answer their questions. And if they can't answer, to go and look for the answer. I'm asking them to take the time to look at the colors and everything. So it has been a very successful. This is our 5th year. We're doing great. And we, like everybody else, we responded to the challenge, and we immediately went into the, this is a crazy picture of all our parents taking a class. The first year of the pandemic was very good because nobody could go anywhere, no? So either you do this or you die of boredom. And the second year, meaning this one, we were like, oh, no parents can go out. But no, we haven't lost anybody. We are there, and there. Right now, this Friday, we're having math class. Next time, we're going to have the reading, and then the next time, the writing. And it's a lot of, I get very excited because the teachers are teaching the kids, and the parents are getting what they need in order to support the children. We also tell them about all the agencies. What do we mean? I know you know what it means, but the reason why I want to make emphasis in this is because the agency concept is not for, it's foreign. We don't have that in our countries. If the volcano erupts or there's a big, earthquake, here comes a Red Cross, puts a little table, bandage everybody and go home. And you never see them again until the next volcano erupts. So when somebody says, hey, you need support with food and clothing, you need the rent, go be there, there's a lady. And it's like, yeah, right. A lady sitting at the desk waiting for me to ask her for a favor now. Yes, go do it. But we realized that we had to teach them, because one thing is that, okay, so I need rent. We Latinos, and I'm just going to talk about the Latinos as foreign people, 20 million other countries, but we Latinos can't say one thing in few words. I have to tell you my whole story. So people are like, your grandmother. But it's because I want you to know that what I need is really for sure true. We want you to know. So we are teaching our parents, when you go there and talk with Mrs. Johnson, don't tell them all that story that you told me. Just tell them that the rent is due and you don't have a job. That's it. But we think that, oh, it's because I have to tell them. They didn't kick me out because I don't work well. No, don't worry. They will ask you the question later. So we needed to teach to be a bicultural and bilingual. And bicultural means I can move in my own world, my own country, in my own culture with my friends here, and I can also deal with the people the way they do it here in the United States. You go from point A to point B and boom. And we just want to go all over the place. And finally, one day we will get to point A and B and C. So we are getting the idea of agency. And the parents are learning how, why, and what they need. Don't just go like this with nothing. You need your papers, you need to have preparation, you need to be ready. So all that is stuff in here, and we are going to graduate in May. The next one, please. Mm-hmm. So we also, here's a graduation. This year we were able to graduate because supposedly the pandemic was kind of, was kind of moving away. So in June, we had every little group. I have to tell you who these people are because they're essential. So the lady up there, she is the coordinator. Every coordinator has a group of parents, 13 or 14. There are 2 coordinators in Longman, 1 coordinator in Boulder, and 1 in Lafayette. Each one has 13 parents, and they take care of them. They help them. When the pandemic started, we were so glad that Boulder, city of Boulder, asked us what you need, and I said, "We computers," because my parents can't do, Zoom. So they gave us the money to buy the computers, and we, yes, thank God. But she had to teach 1 person at a time, through Zoom. Who knows how she did it, but she did it, and we had our classes in Zoom. She is our coordinator of Longman, the other coordinator of Longman. We have to because Longman has a lot of Latino community, big community. She is, looks crazy, but she's an amazing organizer. She's the one that organized the event, little restaurant, a Mexican restaurant. They just wanted to have, we asked them, what do you want? Want a gift card of $15, or you want a little restaurant celebration? They wanted a restaurant celebration. So we got the gown and we give them the diploma. The diplomas are in English. Why? Because it says the hours that they have been with us working. And what I noticed at the beginning was that they were using them to get a job. So they knew that the people that were hiring knew that these moms were, trying to get better and be part of the society that they are in. So this is a beautiful picture, and she is our board member, Sandra and Richard. And here it says, better learning how to navigate the early childhood system. That's another nightmare, even for people here. It's like putting them in college. So we teach them that when the child is 2 years old, that's when you have to run and start looking for a preschool, Don't come when your child is 3 and the next day is a school day, because you're out of luck. Because it will always say, why do I have to go? There's always closed and nobody, they say there's no space. Oh, it's because you have to start 2 years before. What? In Mexico, I can go with my little kiddos and, kid, okay, bye. Yeah, that's it. Register name, no, that big a deal. But here is a big, so we have one class, and it's called how to navigate early childhood education system. We bring all the balance and brain, and they explain, and oh my God, it's scary. And we also have to increase the physical, emotional, and social development of the children from 0 to 18. At the beginning, community foundation told me, just from 0 to 5. And I thought, are you kidding? 17-year-olds need so much help. So we decided, no, 0 to 18. Because everybody, every human being responds to me looking in your eyes when you want to talk to me. And that's human stuff. So we can't say, oh, until 3-year-old, after that, don't worry about it. No. We all of us need attention. No, all of us need somebody to pay attention to us. So yeah, the next one. So that's one program. These are some of the classes that we give. Importance of leadership at home. We tell them because I believe that a person that comes here, you have to have some strong something inside of you because it's not easy. Why? Because I didn't come because the world was beaming or no, I came because I was invited to show how to do bilingual education. We already were doing it in Mexico, and they invited me to give training to teachers on how the techniques of teaching two languages at the same time. Believe it or not, with this accent, but we managed to do it. The importance of leadership at home, the benefit of leadership at home. Why? Because if you come here, you have to have something inside that tells you you are a leader. Not everybody leaves from Mexico, thank God. We wouldn't have anybody. But the ones that leave and come here have that inside. And what we call it is wood of leadership. We say, madera de líder. You have that inside. So we tell them, you are here for a reason because you have what it takes. So go for it and make the best out of it. And how to share the learning among the community through cafecitos. I know some of you probably heard that word. Cafecitos comes from coffee, you know, and we sit down and talk about whatever and drink our coffee. Well, that's the concept of cafecitos. But what we decided is you invite your friends to your house and you tell them what you learned from us. Some parents that we went and invited, they said, no, we don't want to go to your meetings. No, we don't want. Why? For 20 million reasons. One of the main ones was that when we started ICE, I don't know if you heard about Crazy ICE. ICE is a group that Crazy Trump started. And they were going to take anybody, everybody that looked different or whatever, it was going to take them and, I don't know, send them back to their country. So our parents, many parents were not, they told us that every time there's a group of Latinos getting together, comes ICE and takes them all. And I said, we haven't been getting together, nothing happened, but well. But then I asked, okay, do you want to go and invite your, and when you ask them, then they say yes, because it's you. You know, when I asked, they didn't care. And then you tell them. And the parents like what they hear, and the next year, then they come with us. And that's how we get our people the next year. So the power of modeling, you do it. Don't tell the kid, read, write. No, you read, you write, you do. I know I'm telling you something that you already did with your kids, but they have to know that modeling is the most amazing thing. If I do it, later on, he's gonna do it too. And the main and most amazing, the main thing and most amazing part, which looks as a mean thing if you don't do it, but it's the most amazing thing you can do for any human being is listening. And the real listening. I'm listening and then I'm gonna be doing something about it. That means that you did listen. And that's what we do with our kiddos, do with our parents. Okay, next, thank you. We have another program. And this program started because we noticed that parents were very concerned about things, but they wouldn't say anything. This ELPASO voz means voice. ELPASO voz in person, and ELPASO voz in via Zoom, you know. So we have 3 groups of ELPASO voz. What do? We gathered them. The majority of those parents already went through Éxito, not all of them. And let's imagine you are those parents. You already took the Éxito class. Now you're here and want to know about voz. And we tell you, tell us everything you know in your community that is wrong, that you don't like, that you would like to change. And they start telling you, there is the trash in that corner, the electric lights over there don't work. We never see anybody coming and cleaning the snow. I mean, they start like that and then they go into, at the schools, they treat my kiddo very meanly, or the food is terrible at the school, or this famous special ed. I don't understand what that is. Why is my kid in there? I thought it was something nice and now I find out that it's not what. So they make this long list. And then together as a group, choose one topic. And that's what they work on. Our job as ELPASO, and this I didn't invent it. We actually went to take classes for community organizing. And what we learned was that when you have a topic that you want to work on, first you have to do your research. So that's what we taught our parents. The first topic that our parents chose in Boulder, here in Boulder, was bullying at schools. And then they learned, we taught them how to do research. They read about, of course, everything in Spanish. They read about bullying, and one of the big things that they learned was bullying starts at home. What? Yeah, the crazy uncle that comes every Friday or Saturday and makes fun of all the kids, or the older sister that's always bothering it. All those things that we think, oh, they're just, family. No, that's bullying, because I'm being, messing up with, and I go to school and I'm gonna make somebody pay for it. Or I'm just gonna be the victim, because I'm a victim at my house and I'm a victim at home. I mean, at school. So they learn, they talk with Boulder Valley. Rob Anderson has become a very good person. He's really working very hard to make sure that every school has a system, because the parents thought, is my child always being, point out, hey, you hit that kid, and then you can say, yeah, but he's been bothering me all this year until boom, I hit him. Oh, now you get out of the school. So that's not fair. So what we do is we tell them how to speak with the different levels of the schools, how to talk with the teacher, how to talk with the principal, how to talk with the director of discipline or whatever it is at the district, then the superintendent, and then the board. And they learn all that. They learn how to do the system, how things work here. You can't just go and scream and yell even if you want to, because that's not gonna work. So the parents, as you can see, they have the mask. They are actually, in this one, they are actually doing some research. And this is Longman. This group, when they made their big, long laundry list about what they didn't like about the community, they decided the nutrition in the same brain. Amazing. I love that. He's a very good friend of mine, but he wants to kill me all the time because the parents are doing a very good research and they find out that there's a lot of chemicals in the food because it comes in a little paquetito, in a little package, from Atlanta. That chicken was killed, 6 months ago, and they put who knows how many things. So when they come and bring it over here, they open it, they heat it up, still looks like a chicken, And it's terrible, and our kiddos are eating it. So they are doing the research. So when they go, right now, this group is at the level of speaking to the board. So they are feeling taller and higher and respected because what they're saying makes sense. Don't have to like it, but we're working on it, and he's slowly making some progress with this. Okay. And then, one of my favorite projects. This we started because when the pandemic began, oh my God, our parents knew that the little kiddos were behind, but then they could see right there in their home, in the computer, that, oh my God, my kid can't read, oh my God, my kid can't understand, the computer, all those crazy things. So I said, we need tutors. We need tutors immediately. Why do I have a picture instead of a tutor? Because I totally forgot to ask the parents to sign up. It says, allow me to use the picture of your son or daughter so I can go around and show off my project. Well, no, I haven't done it. So that's what this is the next best thing. But what we do, everything started because of the pandemic. And then at the same time, Cornerstone, the one over here on Broadway, wherever Broadway is a church that has been helping us. And we were up, like everybody, we were about to do this mural project with parents and this and that, and then boom, the pandemic came and poof. And then he came back and said, okay, we can do the mural. What do you need? And I said, I need tutors. And then because of, thank goodness, the years of experience of working with tutors or whatever, I developed this program, which is just one tutor per kiddo. And the program is based on friendship. Remember I told you about the eyes and, you know, you need to look at the person that's talking to you, blah, blah. Well, that's what I do. We train the tutors and say, you're only gonna have one. Oh, but the mom has three. Well, she's gonna have 3 tutors. But that child needs you, your adult friend, is gonna make him or her feel that it's okay to mess up, that you went through the same thing, that the world is crazy, but we're gonna make it together, don't worry, and just you. And they meet with the mom. If you don't speak English, the tutor doesn't speak English, the coordinator, or now our coordinator, he translates. And together, you decide, not you, the tutor decides what age he or she wants to work with, what subject he or she wants to do, when they talk with the parent. I mean, and the parent said, okay, we want you to help me with this or that. And it's really, it has come as an amazing response to this crazy thing. And the parents are very grateful. The tutors at the beginning, I have seen, you know, how my culture clashes with your culture. this was one example. It was to me, sorry, it was kind of funny because here I am training the tutors and saying, okay, remember friendship and this and that. And one lady said, oh, when are you gonna tell us what are we gonna do? And I said, you choose, you decide. Oh, but am I gonna do homework? I don't know. You have to talk with your kiddo. Oh, but are you gonna give us books? No. And okay, so I finished the training, and then the church coordinator called me and she said, you know what, you kind of throw them in a curve there. And I said, why? And she said, because they do wanna know. What are they expecting? And I said, expect the real life world, because I don't know what the mom wants. I don't know what the little kid needs. If the tutor wants math, then go for it. And the kiddo can say, I'm in 5th grade, or I'm in 7th grade. We have a bunch of 7th graders. But he never, ever, I think he missed 5th grade class in fractions. And by 7th grade, he's, you know, another planet, no clue, and whatever. So what the tutors realize is, oh, I don't have to teach 7th grade math. I'm actually filling up little holes of 4th grade or 5th grade, you know, whatever. And it has become really fun. The tutors now, some tutors, we have another church in Lafayette, and they all are adults our age. And believe me, if I hadn't been working as a executive director, I would be la in terms of Zoom. But because I'm working, I know what it is. And many tutors have to learn to do Zoom in order to be tutors. So it has been an amazing thing. People have come forward, and the part that is most amazing is we don't pay them a cent. We just tell them, thank you, porque we don't have the money, but we do have this incredible group of kiddos that want to learn. They told me, oh, what are you giving the kiddos so they come? Nothing. We talk to the kiddos. You want to learn? Okay, so here's your tutor. Talk with this boom. And that's it. And that's friendship-based tutoring has really come true. Okay, next, right away. So all these projects we have, remember I told you we have the childcare when we have Éxito. Well, one museum sends the girl to, well, now she doesn't send because we don't go anywhere. She goes into the Zoom and she teaches science and social skills. Take turns, listen to the other person, ask questions, amazing. Therapy art, SPAN also sends their well, again, shows on the computer, and they do social, not social, but emotional activities, so the kids have a way to express their emotions, because that's another one that we missed a lot. We always have, every year, we have a parent summit. It's a conference. That was really a big, huge thing with 20 million presentations, and the parents tell us what they want to hear. So then they come, or they, plug into the computer and they listen to our presentations. Mini conferences is a 3-hour three different presentations. The ones that we couldn't fit up here in October, we do them here in April, and they're always very well attended because our topics are parents. This year, the parents are screaming loud that they want conversations and techniques or whatever, or how to protect the kids against sexual abuse, against violence. They want their kids and themselves to be able to even talk about it, because our culture is very good at keeping secrets. A hospital, this is the most amazing. Have you ever heard of a teddy bear hospital? We need it. It's in Switzerland, go figure. And I know you know that Switzerland pays for everything, your little bandage on the way to the heart surgery. In order for them not to pay too much, they have to make sure that there's a lot of prevention. And one thing they do is they created a teddy bear hospital. They bring kiddos, and the kiddos bring their teddy bear, and then the doctor takes, literally, shakes a teddy bear, and when the kid talks about teddy bear, he's talking about himself. It's an amazing thing. So we do it, of course, we do it on Zoom. It has done. We have done amazing. We usually have students, medical students, but this year we totally blew it, because when I forgot to ask them if they could do it on December 11th. They had this big major test. Forget it. I don't have students. So guess what? Real doctors came to the rescue, and it was a lot of fun. So, and all soon. Our famous tutoring project, we have CU. Guess what? CU Law has an organization called Humankind, and that's where we get our tutors, and the Unitarian University Fellows, and many other tutors. So we have, okay, next right away. So, and why do we do all this? The Latino community has to be part of the action, the decisions, the plans, the dreams for their kids. Wonderful.
That was a fabulous, topic, and you covered so much, and I'm glad that we had the extra minutes today to cover all of it. As a diaspora, there's Spanish speakers all over the world, and we wanted to give you a little bit of the world here. So beautiful. Hopefully that will serve you well and remember us.
Always.
And definitely let us know how we can be helpful, because we love to help in our community. And,
just wonderful.
Yeah.
Tutors.
Well, we've got a vocational committee, so we'll connect you at the end of the meeting, and you'll be able to see what opportunities there could be. So
yeah, and Rotary, I don't know, do you have different chapters, or what?
Yes, many.
Because we have the support of the one Rotary chapter that gives
yes.
Right. Yeah, and then there's another Rotary chapter that is going to see if it can help us to help with the kiddos that want to learn how to play cello. They're already taking the class, which is so yeah, Rotary, you have been amazing.
And you have a question?
Yeah, Terry, so tell us the connection, because I think you have this Bridging Digital Divides and Sister Carmen and
Oh, Sister Carmen.
So she's asking if you could briefly tell us, your connection to Digital Divide and Sister Carmen?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes. So when we started, I know, as you see, I'm saying, okay, briefly. When ELPASO started, we needed, no, we didn't need it. Somebody else knew about this new thing that was at the beginning, ELPASO, and they invited us to be part of this a group of agencies to help the health of our community, especially the Spanish-speaking community. So it was Sister Carmen, it was us, ELPASO, it was Clínica Campesina, and it was another hospital that I forgot the name. And we got together to try to figure out how we could help and visualize a better way for Latinos to have better health and all that. And we did everything but that. And one amazing thing was that Sister Carmen and ELPASO became real partners and supporting the families the way they know. And I have the parents, so we created this incredible connection of when I hear somebody needs something that is from, like right now, Superior, Roosevelt, Lafayette, we connect. And did I answer your question?
I think that's pretty great.
Yes,
Yeah, you did a good answer. Thank you. I think we are out of time for questions during the meeting, but if you have questions,
please do.
Please reach out to Tere and Vocational Committee. Please reach out to her. I think we're unfortunately out of time for today, but we very much appreciate you. So thank you so much for coming and letting us know. With that said, as you know, it's Wednesday, it's Rotary, so we'll see you all next week.
Okay. Oh, no, you're over 8:30, but it was very fascinating. She didn't get there.